Well, my name is Ashok Ramji, and I got involved in financial services back in 1996. I was a student at UCLA. I didn't quite know what I wanted to do. I was at a career center over at UCLA, and there was an advertisement at a local financial services firm in Los Angeles, and there was an opportunity to start working as an intern over there. So I started doing that. And to me, learning about the markets and financial services was like looking at a runway. The lights came on and I knew what I wanted to do. I just all of a sudden had a sense of purpose. I graduated and I started going back to UCLA Extension. But now that I had a sense of purpose, I went back and started taking those classes. Through my own searches, I started learning about insurance. My mom unexpectedly passed away. I was thrust into the whole role of being a successor co-trustee with my siblings and trying to figure out how to manage all of that. We got through that, but in so doing, I started to see the value in financial services beyond investment planning. And I'm talking about insurance planning and estate planning. We were on the other side of this table, if you will. We were no different than many other boomers, these parents who are now passing away or some getting up there in age, where we were the younger generation and we're trying to figure out how do we settle the house and how do we deal with the distribution of assets. And I felt, since I had gone through my own experience, maybe I could help others. That's where I decided to repurpose my life. I got licensed in life insurance. I learned about annuities. I started working more closely with clients in the annuity space, finished up my studies at the American College. I'm proud to say I have the Chartered Life Underwriter designation. I have the Chartered Financial Consultant designation, and I will soon have the CFP marks. I committed myself through a study group called Ed Slott's Master Elite IRA Advisor Group, where we focus on how do we help people in the second half of the game. It's one thing to accumulate the money. It's quite a different thing to distribute, and to distribute after taxes. It's not what you make, it's what you keep after taxes. The way my practice is really run, we're really trying to say, okay, you have accumulated all of these assets. What's the right way to do it sustainably? And we focus on income. I was sitting down with a gentleman about a couple of weeks ago, and we were looking at his plan. I saw nothing but pie charts of asset allocation. I said to him, has anyone ever done any income planning with you? And he said, no. And I said, income is the end. We have to begin with the end in mind. If you don't have enough income in this world, you're not going to make it for very long. So we began with the end in mind, which is income, and we reverse engineered and figure out what was the purpose of all of that accumulation. For people a little bit later in that stage where they may have already had the assets and they're not so focused on accumulation, we need to make sure that it lasts a very long time. And there are ways to do that with guarantees where we ensure that the money will not end before someone does.